again, Chapter Chatters. Thank you for joining us for another episode. I'm Rosa.
And I'm Teresa. Welcome to episode 3 of Wonder. This week we're speaking a little bit about Olivia, which is Via for short. She has strength, she's very independent, very brilliant and amazing. Many of the things that she knows to this day now have been self-taught on her own ever since Augie was born. And he went through so much surgeries and just a lot of doctor appointments. One thing I did notice though is that Via felt out of place a little bit when it came to Augie's needs because she felt like everybody would just drop anything for him. And she often questioned herself in regards to how Augie really felt when people would stare at him or just express their faces to him, or even when he would hear whispering, if he really knew it was due to his facial deformity. And one of the things also that I felt was really heartfelt and close to my heart was when she speaks of her grandmother, which she calls Grams. She felt it was just, wonderful to have this grandmother and the closeness and the ties that she had with her. Grams did express that Via was her favorite, and they would often do things together. One of the most precious memories that she has is when she would go and just sit at the beach with her Grams. And, I felt, really good about that because, again, I had a grandmother and she passed away. Such as Via, when she saw her mom, when Grams passed away, the expression and the sounds that came out of her mom was just something that she'll never forget. Just as when my grandmother passed away, I just remember my mom, how she felt, and the expression on her face that she made, I'll never forget to this day. But on the good side is that we can get together now with my mom and family members, and the connection that we have as far as the closeness to my grandmother is the precious memories we had together, and that allows us to move on together and be strong.
Via is a big sister with a big heart. I think many of you out there who have younger brothers or sisters can relate to how Via is protective of Augie. I'm a big sister too, so I can also relate. If my brothers or sisters hurt, it hurts me, so I can understand that too. Like most brothers or sisters, we do not always understand each other. Sometimes we have to encourage each other to see things in a different way. Augie is struggling with his own issues. He's dealing with, having heard Jack's comments and feeling that a person that he considered his friend was not genuine. That was a terrible experience for him.
Yes.
It would have been for me too. If any of you have ever felt hurt by a friend, then you can understand how he felt. Going through something like that can happen to anyone. Sometimes we wish we didn't have to deal with someone who hurt us. The only thing is that sometimes we don't have a choice. We have to. Augie was able to escape for a few days, but eventually he had to deal with it. Sometimes when you have to deal with a situation that you're dreading, it might just be easier to get it over with. Once it's done, then you can move on. Let's return to Via. So she has a really strong connection with Augie. We already know they have a strong connection as a family in general. And after talking to Augie and finding out why he didn't celebrate Halloween this year and then what had happened at school, the incident, she tells Augie that she's going to tell. So why does she do that? Why does she do this? That's our question for the week. Please remember to send us your responses. We want to know. We have our information up. Send an email. Make sure you get it in before Tuesday night so that you can be entered into our weekly drawing. We love hearing all the responses. Now we want to announce our winner for this past week's question. We had a lot of great responses once again, but this week our winner is
Isabella Ramsey! Congratulations, Isabella!
We'll go ahead and email you and give you details on how you can claim your prize. Before we do, Ms. Teresa has an announcement.
Yes, and we also like to give out a shout out to Lisa Puckett and Eisenhower PTA for being very supportive throughout our journeys with Chapter Chatters and the Parent Center. Thank you so much, Lisa, for all you do, the support with you and your family, and again, PTA, thank you.
Thank you for all you do. We are so excited you were able to join us once again. That's it for now. Until next time.
And remember, Chapter Chatters, there's no such thing
As a wrong answer.
answer.
See you next
Yes.
week.